Hello, and here is another great business tip for you. Have you ever opened your purse and your wallet and you look at all the receipts of things that you have purchased in the week and you are totally overwhelmed about what to do about them? Or maybe when it comes tax time, you've got this big box that is just filled with the receipts that you've thrown in there, and you are frustrated beyond belief because you are thinking, why did I put myself in this situation? Here is your business tip. I'm going to teach you or show you a system that I have been using for the last 14 plus years in my home-based business, and it has worked really well for me. It's not super fancy, but it surely does work. I call it my envelope receipt system. I create envelopes for each of the categories that I am tracking for my business expenses. That includes office supplies, computer supplies, my show supplies, gifts, education, travel, meals and entertainment, and then I have an envelope for postage and things that I do for advertising. Yes, I do combine some only because I don't have enough receipts, say, to put an envelope for each one of those categories. So I create my envelopes at the end of the year. Then each week, what I do is I pull my receipts out of my wallet. And in the upper right-hand corner, I write the category for what this receipt relates to. These two say, one says show supplies and the other says office supplies. And then I have a tray that I put all of those receipts on. That's each week. Then at the end of the month, I pull out all of the receipts that are on the tray and I sort them into my categories. Then I will photocopy them. I have one of those all-in-one printers that allows me to copy because, you know, thermal printed receipts will eventually fade over time. And so it's important that if you're preparing for the possibility of having to find that receipt or to show it in the case of an audit, it's nice to have it photocopied. And so I photocopy them and then I staple the receipts to the back of that photocopied piece and I create a total that I will write on that photocopied page. Once I've done that, the last two steps for me is I enter it into my computer program that allows me to track all of my expenditures. And then finally, it will make its way into the appropriate envelope. Now, if you do not have a computer program right now, one of the things that you can do is when you enter in that photocopy page of receipts, then you could put the date, so like you could say January, and you could put the total for each category here on your envelope. And then at the end of the year, you're just going to add up all of the entries that you have written on the outside of the envelope. The goal is that when you go to prepare your taxes, you know how much you spent in each category for each, for the month and then also for the entire year. So this is a great way to keep track of all of those business expense receipts so that it's manageable and you're not pulling your hair out when it comes time to get ready for your accountant. I hope that's been helpful and you have a great day and I'll see you back here for another business tip.